This is your last margin call with your hosts, Beck and Tim.
We are heading into week 5 of ER season, which just feels like week 47 essentially. This entire household is just sick out of their mind right now. I am insanely under the weather. I have just downed so much NyQuil. I feel just wonderfully blissed right now. We'll put it at that. That'll be the drink of choice for tonight. We're not doing anything fancy or anything, but let's dive into these plays. We got 5 of them here. This video is going to be super quick just because of how I'm feeling, so that things are going to move quick as possible. We got LYFT, we got TEVA, we got Shop, we got Cisco, we got AMAT, and then we'll work on the other videos in a couple days. Hopefully we're feeling better, but let's dive right into LYFT. Basically, the only thing that we're looking at right here is that LYFT is going to follow suit with Uber and just continue forward. Maybe we'll set up a play that kind of fits right back into that support zone. So what we came up with was a 48.50 put credit vert on that. So basically, you're selling the 50, buying the 48 for protection. You're making 51 off that. Obviously, fills are not going to be the same as this, depending on where the market is going and when you actually pick this up and listen to this, and that's it for that. So we're basing that off maybe even a minor retracement back off to that breakout that happened today, and then just pushing forward, and you just collect. All right, and the next one is TEVA, and the reason why we are continually being bullish on healthcare is because as long as the virus news is out there, someone's got to cure it, someone's got to do something for it. So all healthcare should be exactly what we explained in week 2. We said, this is what they're looking for. Healthcare is going to get all this attention, things are going to get to moving, and they are. So we took a bullish perspective on TEVA again, which is going to be next week's February 21st, 14 calls, getting them in at 27 cents. The reason why we're not doing any selling or anything else like that is just because it's not going to move and you're not going to collect much. It's no point putting on a calendar and waiting 2 weeks in order to make that $30 or whatever you're going to do. So let's just get open exposure and just hope the healthcare sector just continues to run. Next one we have, and I'm sorry we're pushing through this as fast as possible. I'm stoned and stuffy. I'm not feeling well. So we have Shop, which is going to be, we're inversing one play and keeping the regular one. We're going to be selling an iron condor, obviously. Always want to be selling when it comes in times like these high environments, just because, taking the suckers bets off these people. You're going to be doing a 450, 455 for one side, and then the 550 and then 555 for the other side of that. You're going to be collecting 180 with a max downside of 315, and then here's a different taker on that. You're just going to be inversing almost that and buying an iron condor, so meaning that as long as this doesn't stall, you're going to be making money. All right, so you're going to be collecting $60 off this, but if it stalls between 490 and 500, get an ouch there and lose 190, but otherwise you're making 60. It's another take on, you can run a straddle, but maybe the cost of a straddle is too much. I know you always want unlimited profits, but it's time to just hit the easy base hits here and just collect that money. So those are the 2 plays there, and the other one is Cisco that we have. It's a bullish chart in general just because of the inverse head and shoulders that is on the daily. And since it's like that, most likely if it does have a pullback, it usually gets eaten up a little bit before or stalls out. So if it gets eaten up or stalls out, let's run a broken wing butterfly when it comes to this. So if it pulls back, you collect 80 off that, and then if it jolts ahead, you're making 28 on that. Not a lot, but again, you can hit these small tiny plays with high probability chances of doing that, making money and walking out over something you don't know about the company's fundamentals on anything. So it's just, and sure, you can just buy calls, sure, you can just buy puts, but let's make something that has like a 70% chance of actually hitting or higher. All right, so that's what we're trying to do. I know that's the gripe that's been getting, is like, oh well, great, I'm only going to be making $20 on this. Why would I want to take it? Well, it's $20 that has a super high chance of doing it. So if you know that it's going to be $20 on the street and you walk past that, you're going to grab it. You're not just going to walk past it because it's, who cares about $20? So the next play that we have is AMAT. It has a super bullish monthly chart, which is a cup and handle. Great weekly chart, great there. So if it does break out, typically these lead to big bursts because of the chart setup that it has. So being exposed to that, I want to be exposed to the upside on this. And maybe it's just because of all the NyQuil that we have. I'm running a simple just call debit vert on this for February 21st of 65.67, and it's going to be for $52. You make $150 on that, and you just see where it goes. All right. You can definitely look to the March contracts. All right. And then just buy something at like the 67s if you think this is going to be bullish because of a technical standpoint. I definitely think you want to have exposure to the upside. And if you do want exposure to the upside, make sure it's protected to the downside by pulling it back a little bit with your strikes and then doing that, or just giving yourself time and letting it play out. But typically people say if the chart didn't set up that way prior to earnings for no other reason, because investors believe that it has potential to do more, it does not dictate what the performance of that ER or the company in general. So don't think it that way. But those are the plays that we have. Thursday's going to be the big week next week. We got all of Tuesday and Wednesday taken care of with today's group. Thursday is going to be Alibaba, PepsiCo, Kraft, Roku, Nvidia, and you just got a bunch of other names that we're going to be trying to tackle. So be looking on that video hopefully by Wednesday. Hopefully I'm feeling better, and I can give you a slower video and explain things down, but I just wanted to make sure we got this out, and hopefully it's beneficial to you. All right, so we will see you in a couple days with the rest of this and finish out this week for week 5. All right, good night, everyone.